Good morning and welcome to Wednesday. I wanted to share a story that Bob Lederer told us at our Touch Base Tuesday on Zoom yesterday. He told about a group of friends he's had since medical school 50 years ago, and how they get together and how they talk and how they've continued talking on Zoom during this time of separation. And there have often been times when somebody in their small group has said things that are offensive, and one guy in particular just comes to the line too often. But about the protests, he said something that Bob said just crossed the line. And Bob told the group, "I've had it. I'm done. I need a break." He left the door open for reconciliation, but he needed a break. And yesterday afternoon, after we were meeting, he had a meeting with that individual who had crossed the line. And before Bob could even start talking, the man said that he apologized for his egregious behavior and that he had crossed a line. And it began a conversation that was deeper than they had probably ever shared. Bob risked that relationship of 50 years by saying, there is a line and you've crossed it. And I wonder how often it is that we're willing to do that. How often it is that we're willing to stop being silent in order to start being heard for lots of different reasons. So I kind of tried that last week as well with a cousin we're not particularly close. He's significantly older than I. We didn't grow up together, and yet we're cousins and we're connected. And he posted something. He often posts things that I find ridiculous. But he posted something about Black lives that was just, for me, it just hurt. It was offensive, but I tried to explain to him in my post, I was heartbroken by this post. You know that my husband and our child is black. I'm heartbroken for them, and I'm heartbroken that a family member would express something like this. He responded back right away with this long diatribe about what he thinks. I tried to engage him with how I felt. In fact, I tried to engage him in a conversation about how I felt, that we might dialogue with one another. He just simply responded by telling me what he thought. And I stepped away from it. And yesterday I thought, with Bob's inspiration, I am going to go back and try again with my cousin and simply say, let me just tell you what I was trying to do. Perhaps I failed. I wanted to start a dialogue with my feelings, not about whether or not you were wrong or right, but this is how I feel. And I know that he read it, and I know that he said nothing in response. So that can also be the response. But I also feel like, every time now his posts come across my feed, and I'm not going to block him, we're family, I will know that I tried and left the door open perhaps. He can always reply back. But I want to celebrate Bob today, say thank you for recognizing there is a line that should not be crossed, that our silence is not always golden, but rather changing the world comes from some tough conversations. I hope that's inspiring to you, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.